Alright, I'm back. I just got up to go use the restroom, but at the last minute I decided I might as well just take a break. I was like, it was close enough to my next break time, so I just went ahead and did it. I was like, yeah, it won't be that hard to edit the highlight later. Or, you know where the cutoff point is. I'll just look for when my webcam was turned off, and I'm good. So yeah. Napping away? There is little I can do to help stop the final days, but should you need to know of star traversal, look no further. Such knowledge I can offer in abundance, so do not hesitate if you find yourself wanting. Well, that was all rather embarrassing, wasn't it? At least we're on the same page now, people and Aetherius. We'll save both, or at least give it a good try. Damn, these are all good, Tell drawing way I look forward to our next walk together. I will. I'm sure he'll be glad to hear it. Nice to meet you. Name's Puddingwood. Sorry again for all the trouble. We promise we'll do better. Honest. The others will be so happy to hear Uyamji is going to stay and teach us all about Aetherius. We'll have to be careful not to get too distracted by his lessons. There's still maintenance to carry out after all. The Loporrits think so highly of the people of Aetherius, yet it seems this evacuation plan is the only way they know to express their adoration. If we had been more clear in our intentions from the start, mayhap we could have avoided this wrinkle. Something to keep in mind in future. A declaration of hopes and aspirations. I hadn't thought of it that way before. A name? Yeah. It reminded you of when you named Reen, right? The Loporrits may be in good hands now, but that doesn't change the fact that their plan is a last resort I'd rather not employ. Let's see it doesn't come to that. For the first and all the other reflections. Filled with people we've never met before, yeah. If they only knew what was happening across the galaxy. Excuse me? Determining their fate, they have no idea. But the relief to see Livingway was pleased with my gift of ink. To serve and serve well. Though their knowledge may be lacking, their boundless love is a blessing without fear. It will be no easy task to prepare them for what must needs be done, but gladly do I embrace this duty, even if it doth necessitate that we part ways for a time. Forgive me my absence, but I have the utmost faith in you, and all our fellow Scions. When next I return to Aetherius, I pray I find you all in good health and good spirits. 1 second. What did the other answer choices say? I realized I could actually ask this again. Make sure everyone listens to Yonder, would you? Oh, we'll be all ears. And you know we can be. You Loporrits sure are an excitable bunch. Well, it's not as if we've been waiting 12,000 years to meet the people of Aetherius. Oh wait, we have! But, Jesus. You know what's curious, that number? 12,000 years is about roughly how long in real life, how long it's been since, the Neolithic Revolution. The agricultural revolution, as it's also known. Humans have been around for much longer than that. Bordering on a million at least years. Well, maybe longer, I think, but around there. But it wasn't until about 12,000 years ago when we, discovered agriculture and started using it. It's an interesting number they chose. But that's neither here nor there. Under Uriander's tutelage, we'll strive to become more hospitable hosts and see that the moon is fully equipped to meet the needs of its potential passengers. I forgot to talk to the Watcher. I chanced to spy you crossing the chasm, and I feared something was amiss. But all is well, and more importantly, I have been given the opportunity to behold a wonderful sight. Keep the Elpis close, and its light will be your guide. Was a relief to see Living Way was pleased with my gift of ink. Yada yada, we heard all this before. Complete quests. We can fly! I need not remind you of the dangers we face, nor the countless lives at stake both in the source and its reflections. Go with courage, my friend, and pray give the others my regards. Right on, dude. So, now we can fill out the map. I don't know if MSQ will take us there, but... What's the next quest? Returning home. Alright then, yeah, let's fill out the map real quick, gain the extra EXP. See this place from above, too. Oh my god. Now that is a sight to behold. I was wrong about the time of day. Yesterday was around this time we got here and the Aetheris was all dark, so... Never mind. I'm guessing it's just, it's plot connected. We can now see the whole planet in all of its glory. I thought I wasn't even zoomed out all the way because this thing is massive. And the moon has its own little asteroid belt. One more little chunk. What the hell is that? Maybe MSQ was gonna lead us here. What the fuck is that thing? Does it say? Can't read it because of the stupid face. Idonia Knolls. That's crazy. Big ass human face just sitting here. That's something I'll never get tired of looking at. Our beautiful blue planet. I think I really can think of a more beautiful sight. Going out to the beach and looking at the ocean, or a lush green valley, a forest. All those things are comparable, but being able to see the entire planet in all of its splendor, priceless. I like how they structured the geography of the planet to match, you know, they didn't just copy-paste an image of the actual, like, Earth, the real-life Earth, which doesn't have continents shaped in that form. Unless I'm looking at it the wrong angle, but I'm pretty sure they shaped the geography of the planet to match with this game and not real-life Earth. They put time and effort into this. The passion, it shows. It shows. Returning home. Your excursion on the moon concluded. You still lives keen to return to Aetheris. And if we fail, we'll be back. Excuse me. With the Loprits and Uyanje's capable hands, we needn't worry about affairs here in our absence. Knowing now the face of their earthly collaborators, there is much to discuss with Alfino and the others. Let us return to the Tower of Babel. Our battle for the star will soon begin in earnest, and we must be prepared. Yep. I need not remind you of the dangers we face, nor the countless lives at stake both in the source and its reflections. Go with courage, my friend, and pray give the others my regards. Okay, no one else has changed what they say. Back to the Nether Gate. Do you guys remember how I was saying I was inspired to start learning again, and particularly... Shut the hell up, you asshole. Particularly, studying astronomy. I mean, this pretty much solidifies it. When I took physics, like I said, I had a few friends who were also taking astronomy, and they were astronomy enthusiasts in class, and yeah, I was always kind of curious about it, and I kind of want to learn it more. God, that is a beautiful sight. The stars. That green one's really bright, too. Okay. Back to Aetherius we go. In the blink of an eye. And unfortunately back into this ugly-ass tower. I had forgotten how cold it was here in Garlemald. A testament to the Loporrit's ingenuity that I felt no such discomfort on the moon. I was about to say that. The moon should technically be, like, infinitely colder, but... not thanks to our little bunny friends. Gods, I can scarcely believe we went to the moon and back. Have Neil Armstrong play this game. Wait, is he still around? I think he might be... Also, was that his name? I might have fucked it up, his first name. But we'll have time to reflect on that later. Right now, we need to head back to Camp Broken Glass and deliver a thoroughly detailed report to Lucia. I almost said Camp Broken Glass. I'd like very much to know how everyone is getting on here as well. They've only just begun to treat the tempered prisoners when we left. I share your curiosity, but warning our allies of the final days is of greater importance. I speak not only as a contingent, of course. The heads of states of every nation must know what we have learned. We know not when or where or in what manner the final days will begin to manifest, and so we must see that everyone is prepared. Agreed. Though we may wish to stress the importance of discretion, lest the public be sent into a panic. Not that anyone in a position of responsibility should need to be told as much, but it bears repeating. Anyway, first things first. The Camp Broken Glass. Takes you back there. Okay. Shit, I meant to talk to Maxima first. Fuck. I tried to pull away at the last second, but it wasn't far enough. It's good to see you all again. No worse for your lunar adventure, I hope. I love how nonchalant everyone is about that either. Or two. It's like, not even that huge of a deal. We've done what we can for now, and believe me, we intend to tell you all about it. But before we do, might you tell us what's become of Garlemald in our absence? We succeeded in subduing the Tempered inside the Tower of Babel. We took many alive, but combined with those who were already in our custody, the number requiring care has grown exponentially. Damn. The inclement conditions here have made it difficult, if not impossible, to treat them all here, and so we have petitioned the aid of the allied nations. Some are understandably hesitant to proffer assistance, particularly those that were but recently subject to imperial occupation. That said, several others have agreed to grant them refuge for treatment. With the assistance of your fellow scions, we endeavor to see them safely transported and subsequently cured of their tempering. Will all the tempered be relocated? Not at all. Not all, no. We have sufficient shelter to attend to those whose treatment has begun, and enough healers have volunteered to remain until their patients have recovered. Eulus is one such patient, though he is not yet fit to receive visitors. Truth be told, it was a miracle he and those in his company were not harmed in the chaos. Not for Alfino and Alize's timely assistance, I dare say none of them would be with us today. Those are my homies, Alfino and Alize. They know what's up. In light of recent developments, have the Alliance leaders come to any decisions regarding Garlemald? Given the tremendous ramifications of what has happened here, it will take time to determine what must be done. In the meantime, they intend to work with the Eastern Alliance to keep a close watch over the provinces. We have other news to share. Shortly after Anima was defeated, we received reports that each and every tower has vanished. For our mercy, the process was apparently not quite as violent as that you experienced in Thavner. Those who were trapped within them have been rescued and are receiving treatment. To hasten this endeavor, the beast tribes have received instruction in the magics needed to cure tempering. Master Matoya is no doubt thrilled that Mother Porksy affords her so many visitors. Sarcastically, she says that. Yes, we are grateful for her ongoing efforts, as well as those of our comrades near and far. As for the contingent, several of our members have been granted leave to return to their homelands after the transfer of Tempered has been completed. Right on. Lucia and I will remain, along with a small force to continue offering aid to those here in Garlemald. The Empire may be no more, but there are yet those who call these lands home. I believe that accounts for recent events here. So, what of the moon and the Telocroid? We got a hell of a story to share. The final days. Gods, I prayed your victory would mark the end of our troubles. There is still much we do not know, but the Alliance leaders must be told. Would you be willing to contact them in our stead? Yes, of course. I will send word forthwith. We'll also release your fellow Scions from their present duties that they may return to Charlene. Your energies are better spent finding a means to avert the coming apocalypse. Speaking of your fellow Scions, you will be happy to hear that Mistress Kryle, though still on the mend, has been moved to the Baldessian Annex and given into Tataro's care. Thank you. I look forward to seeing them both upon our return. Let us be on our way, then. One last thing, if I may. After your confrontation with Zodiark, you said Xenos took his leave, and in all likelihood he has returned here, to Garlemald. I have a mind to dispatch scouts to try and ascertain his whereabouts, but first wish to ask if you believe there is merit in doing so. That. If you're expecting a trail of destruction to follow, you won't find one. Aye, you were the only foe he considers worthy, right? And even if my men found him, who but you could even hope to bring low that monster? Pray forget I entertain the notion. While on the subject of Xenos, the 10th Legion has made an official proclamation. They denounce the Crown Prince and condemn his role in the Empire's downfall. His very title has become a source of shame among his former subjects, and its continued use serves only to hinder relations with foreign nations. For this reason, he has been declared as Xenos Viator Galvus, outcast and enemy of Garlemald. And Daniel is no more, and now his own people turn against him. It seems he's not but his bloodlust to keep him company. He's all alone now, Xenos. Better that than an army to see it sated. At any rate, I will not keep you longer. I pray you safe passage back to Charlian. That specimen came from the moon. Yeah, we can get that now. Oh shit, I realized I forgot to talk to Maxima and Lucia again before we left. Good to see you, Leon. I've heard a great deal about your recent exploits, as has everyone else. That's why I feel confident recommending you for associate-level hunts. The challenges you face from here on out will be significantly tougher to contend with, but I wager you can handle them. You've yet to give me reason to believe otherwise. Associate specimens are not only more threatening, but also more difficult to track down. You have to seek them out in the world's most inaccessible and inhospitable reaches, like bloody Garlemald. Gods, I hate that place. Now, if Ilsabard's unfriendly north was our only problem, I'd simply remind you to strap on your furs and take some ale for the road, but... Well, perhaps it's best if you ask Jalakshai what she's working on. There's nothing quite like hearing it straight from the chocobo's mouth. You? Okay. Lady. Yes, I heard from here. If Norsoda insists, I will tell you precisely what I'm dealing with at the moment. Let's look at this request from Chrysiel, shall we? She's Charlian's sole xenobiologist. A self-proclaimed one, mind you, and it's her raison d'etre, I think? Her raison d'etre to prove that life exists upon stars other than her own. The astronomers have long since banned her from their meetings and refuse any request she makes on principle, but alas, we have no such luxury. She's been demanding samples from the moon for some time now, despite the obvious impossibility of acquiring them. Associate hunts often present such challenges, ones with no ready solution. Though we gleaners pride ourselves on our resourcefulness, all we can do in such cases is post them on the board and hope for a miracle. Try telling that to the clients, though. In any case, I would be thankful if you take a look at the board and try your hand at any build that suits you. The guild ship has high hopes for your success. No pressure, of course. Hey, always. Right, associate guild ship mark builds are now available. New quests and senior marks become available from Northoda and Old Charlian upon reaching level 89. Good to know. Oh yeah, real quick, since I did forget. Jesus, good thing I have money to burn. Wait. I gotta get my bearings. Yeah, over there. Any last words from you guys? Once my countrymen have recovered, it falls to me to tell them what's become of Xenos and the Empire. I realize there is no kindness in withholding the truth, but it will wound them. Yeah. Your findings will be relayed to the Alliance leaders word for word, and should we spy anything out of the ordinary here in Garlemald, all shall be informed at once. Okay. Oops. We're home! The music! Oh, it's so good to see you! And free from... what? Chill blades, I take it? I'll be pleased to know everything's been kept in order since you've been away. I even brought a few useful knickknacks with me from back home. But no sooner had they arrived than I received word of Kyle in poor health, and you on the moon! If you meant to give me a fright, you succeeded. Yeah, don't worry, I'm fine though. Welcome back, Leon. We were so terribly worried about you. Though it is plain I have caused my own fair share of worry, and for that I apologize. Heidelin called to me that day when you entered the Tower of Babel. Her pleas were faint but desperate, and I knew at once she required a vessel to carry out her will. What came after feels like a dream barely remembered, my body flowing through the life stream toward Garlemald. Damn! When I regained consciousness, I was all aches and frostbite, exhausted of ether. So exhausted, in fact, I could only laugh, for it was in that moment I understood Raha's weariness from the Tower of Zot. Would that I could laugh at a time like this. Though we prevented Zodiac from being unleashed upon the world, I am curious to know what else took place there on the moon. Well, I got a hell of a story to tell you. Just realized I got the headpiece, I gotta check that, for the armor. Perhaps we should wait for the others to join us before you give your account. Let us reconvene in the main hall once they've arrived. Alright, it's not till we finish the quest. Right? Yeah, okay. We don't have to head here yet. For a blessing, I've recovered enough to get out of bed. Even if I hadn't, I could not well miss you recount your exploits on the moon. Alright, let's go inside. Milady? Well, here we go. Don't know why this thought occurred to me, but I think for this scene it feels more appropriate. We're back home, it's time to relax a little bit. By a little bit, probably like a few seconds before everything goes to shit again, but... Sorry to have kept you all waiting. Not at all. We understand you've been quite busy. Will Urianger be joining us? No, unfortunately. Duty keeps him away, I'm afraid, though Leon can explain why better than I. The final days, as befell Emerald. We are to escape via the moon? What of the source and its reflections? If we do that, they're all gone. I have no intention of standing by while the world falls to ruin. So how do we stop this? Unfortunately, we have no answers at present. Its celestial currents have grown stagnant, as was the case in the time of Amarot. The solution would be to alter the flow of ether throughout the entirety of the star, which is what Zodiac was doing. The ancients accomplished this by summoning Zodiac, sacrificing half the star's population in the doing. But it should go without saying that such a sacrifice cannot be repeated. Which leaves us with the daunting task of identifying the underlying catalyst for the final days. A feat which even the Amaratine could not accomplish. Yeah, like I said, before Shadowbringers even started, right before it started, they noticed that ether currents were starting to slow down already, and Zodiac was still around, so shit was already kind of heading in that direction. Unfortunately, we found no clues in Mare Lamentorum. There is still much we do not know about the catastrophe itself, let alone what may have caused it. Final days were marked by the corruption of the Amaratine's creation magics, but we command no such power. Which invites the question, what havoc is in store for us? If we knew that much, perhaps we could draw some parallel with the events of the past and thereby form some semblance of a plan. Perhaps we should start with the Forum, then. Having worked with the Loporrits in secret all this time, there is surely more they can tell us. Forgive the interruption, but I've urgent news. The Forum is holding a public assembly in the plaza outside. Some sort of announcement. What is Father up to now? There's only one way to find out. Right. Uh-oh. The people shake music. Kinda, sort of. Here we go! The music.
Order, order, I say. I thank you all for gathering here on such short notice. This day we must speak of grave affairs and their implications for the future of Sharlayan, nay, of this very star. Said affairs concern all citizens, so we have called for a public assembly. You may have heard rumors of the Telophoroi and the havoc these madmen wreak abroad. Under normal circumstances, we would pay little heed to petty disturbances outside our borders. The final days, however, are another matter altogether. For we dare not ignore these prophetic words of Eld. The Endbearers will come, ushering chaos and calamity. The final days descend and devour the very star.
I've never heard this prophecy.
Is it true? Will all that really happen?
Calm yourselves. The time has come to speak of the Forum's most sacred duties. But first...
Give voice to the voiceless. Let bindings be unbound. By unanimous decree, I declare the enchantment broken.
Now, they're gonna finally reveal their secrets. Tell everyone to run to the moon, right?
Master Leveilleur, if you would.
Very well. "270 years ago, our forebears began an expedition in the Dravanian hinterlands, in search of a route to access the ethereal sea. This much is public knowledge. Their findings, however, would become the Forum's most closely guarded secret. What those researchers discovered in the hinterlands was not a passage unto the ethereal sea, but the very heart of our star, and Hydaelyn herself.
I mean, that's where the
She
anti-power
spoke to
was.
them of a calamity that would extinguish all life, and of a means by which we might be spared. The moon. 'Tis in truth a gargantuan vessel built to serve as sanctuary for her children and deliver them from this doom. Much like Njunkref's hope in ages past, it will bear the people of a world in the throes of death to a new home.
Needless to say, this will be no small undertaking. To facilitate the great work, the Forum has maintained close contact with the servants of Hydaelyn, who presently reside on the moon. Convinced that the foretold end was all but inevitable, we began amassing a wealth of knowledge, not merely for the betterment of our nation, but in preparation for the journey to come.
You reveal this to us now? By the gods, how long do we have?
While we cannot say with certainty, we believe the hour to be nigh. We received a transmission from the moon suggesting as much not long ago. Which is why we must in earnest begin preparations for the Great Exodus. For his impressive contributions and the leadership he demonstrated during our withdrawal from Dravania, we have elected Master Leveilleur to oversee this initiative.
Fellow scribes and scholars, my countrymen, we face a threat of unprecedented scale. We must challenge the trials before us with composure and conviction if we are to find salvation. The wisdom of Sharlayan has ever been a shining beacon in the darkness, and so it shall continue to be. It is our solemn charge to see our heritage preserved for future generations. For those who will come after, we will brave a new frontier.
Administrative edicts will be relayed to all major institutions ere long. In the meantime, carry on with your duties. With that, I hereby call this assembly to a close.
Do you remember what Mother told us when we visited home? That it wasn't until after we were born that Father seemed to lose himself in his work.
Yeah,
If
something to
that
protect.
great work of his was the evacuation of this star, then
For you guys.
Yes. It wasn't for his benefit. Would you mind waiting here a moment? I wish to speak with Father before we leave.
Keep it civil, eh?
I may look daggers at him, but I will neither speak nor draw them.
Right on, dude.
if it's all the same to you, I have a few choice words to share with Father as well.
So, come to call us cowards and bid us join your fruitless battle against the inevitable.
Nay, we do not object to the Forum's proposal. On the contrary, those who wish to flee have every right to do so. Urianger is cooperating with your associates on the moon to ensure that all is ready should evacuation be our only recourse.
Then whatever your business, I suggest you be brief.
Though we cannot boast the boundless wisdom of Sharlayan, we have first-hand knowledge of foreign cultures, and have conversed with no small number of peoples. These experiences have taught us fundamental truths that cannot be recorded in any tome, nor charted on any map. The beating heart of this planet is its people, many of whom would give anything, even their lives, to protect the lands they love. Many may choose to join you in the end. But what of those unwilling or unable, for whom escape will never be an option? What would you have them do? To ignore the plight of those one might conceivably save is not wisdom, Father. It is indolence. This is why we choose to fight.
We'll not ask for your understanding, Father. Only that you don't turn a blind eye to the good we have done, that we can still do. We're not children in need of protection. Hold fast to your principles and let the world burn if it please. But we believe there is still another way. And if there is, we will find it. You see if we don't.
Do as you will. Just stay out of our way.
Were he not so consumed with self-righteousness, he might tell you how proud he is of you both.
I saw that in his face for a moment there. He was proud of it.
Bold words call for bold action. And there'll be no turning to your father should plans go awry.
As if I ever would. So long as there are those who wish to stay and fight for this star, we have to do what we can to help them.
And if we're to do that, we'll need to be well rested. Wouldn't you agree? And having triumphed over what we once thought to be the source of all evil, I can think of no one in greater need of at least a dozen winks.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Shall we then? To the Annex, to prepare for tomorrow.
Damn. Yeah, he got that shocked look on his face from what his kid said. Fortunate, but you know, he was obviously very proud of him in that moment. Lady. With the dwarf helmet. Private Crowd tells me the forum made a rather momentous announcement. So there's to be a great exodus, is there? I'm reminded of my narrow escape from the Isle of Val. The realization, the running, the mixture of relief and regret after. Why me, I ask myself. Why me? Ladies. Why us? Why now? Why wonder? There's no use fretting over the cosmic morality of or lack thereof. We're here, and we'll get through this together. And who knows, maybe my luck will rub off and grant everyone a narrow escape. There's no harm in praying for it much. Now we know why the Anti-Tower had the Charlian logo all over it, back in Heavensward, when we went to go see Hydaelyn and Minfilia. That was the entrance to the Ethereal Sea that they found, and I guess Matoya stayed behind in charge of it after she could no longer stand being with Charlian. I forgot to mention that after the cutscene, too much happened. Heavensward was also where they first showed Elidibus on the moon, so... yeah, they had the story planned out for a very long time. Oh, but enough of my rambling. I'm sure you're exhausted. Your chamber awaits. It's always a different color glow every time, isn't it? Knock knock. A visitor has come knocking at your door. Whoever could it be? It's this again, huh? Just like in Shadowbringers? Oh, fuck. I have to pick one? God damn it. Was there another option? At the bottom? Alfina? Might as well go down the list like last time, right? But also, what have I said before? He's a homie. We've been bros since the realm reborn, man.
I hope I didn't wake you.
Chad Cred was a good second option. Like, I actually thought about it. I was like, okay, Thancred's cool and all. Like, I feel like he, you know, we're bros too, but not in the same way, you know? Like, me and Alfino are tight.
I pray you will forgive the unannounced visit, but I wish to speak with you before retiring for the night. About Garlemald, and the time we spent with the people of Tertium. Dangerous though it was, I'm glad we had the opportunity to treat with Eulus and Quintus. I was worried what might happen after we were collared. If they attempted to restrain you too. If they succeeded. Once more, I put you in harm's way, and for that I must apologize. Or rather, I should thank you for trusting in me time and time again. After all our journeys together, I dare say I've used every expression imaginable to convey to you my gratitude. Nevertheless, I hope these words of mine still carry some small weight. Tomorrow, our fight continues. Mayhap it would have been better to seek you out after we have true cause for celebration. But having mustered the courage to stand up to Father, and achieve a personal victory of sorts, I wanted to carry on in that spirit before my nerves got the better of me. The hour grows late, and you doubtless tire of my ramblings.
You good,
I
man?
have a letter for Orenvold to finish, but we'll be off to bed shortly. Sleep well.
You gotta see what everyone else says now. Also, hey Crimson. You came in like right as that scene started, so I wasn't really able to talk, but a short while earlier in the Alamegan Quarter.
Thank the gods that tower is gone. The sight of it was enough to make me sick.
Thank the Ilsabar contingent, more like. Word is, they fought their way into Garlemald and toppled the bloody thing themselves. Not just the one, neither. All the towers have up and vanished.
Aye, I heard the same. Commander Aldin and his troops helped keep casualties to a minimum too. But is it true they brought back tempered Garlean soldiers?
As Commander Aldin tells it, they've a treatment for that now. But don't you worry. Cured or not, they've no plans to bring them into the city proper.
I see. Well, that's a relief then. I know we've brothers and sisters among the lot, but I can't say I'm eager to welcome them home.
Wanted to think about it for a while yet, but to be looked after in Alagana for the time being.
Meanwhile, in Ishgard, what? It's starting already? This is very ominous right now. The music. This is actually people shake. Sidurdu!
Okay, another commission of paramount importance.
Someone walking back there, Mr. Dark Knight.
Well, what have we here? Hey, are you all right? Was that? No. The shadows play tricks, nothing more. The towers are gone, and the Garlean threat is abated. Yet, why does it feel as though it's about to get much, much worse?
What the hell just happened? More ominous music. Higher. Welcome back, Leon. Ready for a nap? Hey, Deathwing Duck. Alright, I gotta go to the restroom real quick, but when I get back... Well, first of all, can we actually see? Or is it too soon? Let's see which one it is. Okay, so that's this one. It's probably the last one then. Stands to reason it should be. No. Okay, this is the one. Alright, when I get back, we'll see what the others could have said. Just like we did in Shadowbringers. I want to hear what everyone has to say before the final battle commences. Considering we're barely approaching the halfway point and still not even there, it's gonna be a long one. But I would expect no less. Fighting to avert the end of the world. Of course it's not gonna be over in the blink of an eye, right? But yeah, I'll be right back. I gotta use the restroom real quick. Alright, I'm back. Getting kind of nervous too. The music doesn't help. But, anyway. Yeah, hey Deathwing Duck, I appreciate you being here. That was kind of quick as I had to use the restroom. I had to leave in a jiffy, but, I'll be having a good afternoon. It came in at a very tense time, but, I think I'll be alright. Yeah. Everything will be alright. This will be fine. It'll be fine. Anyway. I think it was cutscene 2, right? Just like with Shadowbringers, we have to wait for a long-ass time before we could actually make the decision of who's coming in. Jesus, same shit all over again, man. I'm gonna do this for all the roll-quest people in Silva. We gotta wait for Leon to pour a fucking cup of tea every time. Now we gotta wait for him to watch that shit every time. The visitors come knocking. Whoever could it be? It's a very quiet knock, too. Go with Alize this time. Alize? See what she has to say.
Craving a midnight snack, were you? I did consider bringing a few sweets, but decided this wasn't an appropriate occasion.
Yeah, I didn't expect food a second time, sorry. But, you know, still welcome the company. What's not coming in?
I couldn't sleep. Had a few things on my mind. I know it's late, so I'll try not to talk your ear off. It's Xenos. I keep thinking back to Garlemald when he'd taken control of your body. An altogether terrifying experience, to say the least. And one that served as a harsh reminder.
You're telling me.
No one, no matter how strong or quick or clever, is invincible. Not even you. And as much as it might seem at times that you are, one misstep, one mistake, and that's that.
Summarizes what I was feeling during that quest battle where I lost my body, yeah. That's how panicked and
Which is why,
tense I was.
even though I know you've heard it 1,000 times before, I'm going to tell you to take better care of yourself. Because you really, really should. It goes without saying that we're all committed to this fight. But that doesn't mean that we need to throw our lives away. You know how I feel about noble sacrifices. Right, that's settled. We'll be keeping the acts of gratuitous bravado to a minimum. When I looked father in the eye and swore we'd find a way to avert this tragedy, it wasn't a promise just for him. It was a promise for you, too.
Thanks, Alize. Good looking out. Yeah, she summarized pretty well what I felt during that. That's very true. One misstep, and I knew I wasn't gonna make it. That quest battle still stays with me. It was a little traumatic. Just a little bit. I'm glad I made it, but still. I still feel a little something thinking back to it. Like a little bit of fear comes up. It was one of the cruelest ordeals I've been put through in this game. It scares me for what's gonna happen next, honestly. If I thought that correctly, even the moon was smoking. Not a good sign if that's a premonition. Chad Cred? Let's see what he has to say. What's up, dude?
Evening. I hoped you hadn't crawled beneath the covers just yet.
It was just
If
about.
you'll indulge me for a moment, I have a favor to ask.
No one wants to come in, but I keep offering.
Don't worry. Nothing desperate or dire, if that's what you're wondering. Not yet. You know, we may have quite literally entered our final days. The ancients went so far as to call it that for a reason. If so, then everything we did for Reen, for the first, will have been meaningless. And I can't accept that. I just can't. My mind won't allow for the possibility. And that could be a problem. When we're in the thick of it, I don't know if I've got it in me to be pragmatic this time. To run, even if running's the right choice. The only choice. So if you see me turning a blind eye to the harsh reality, beat some sense into me, would you?
Of course.
I trust you and the other Scions with my life. And I'd like to think the feeling is at least occasionally mutual. And I never forgive myself if my stubbornness put them in danger. Gods, listen to me. Beginning to sound like the father I never had. So, can I count on you to keep me in line? I can think of no one else more eminently qualified.
Of course, man, I got your back. I'll chokehold you if I have to.
Excellent. Now I can breathe a bit easier. Which isn't to say that I will, given what we're up against. Let's keep this little chat our secret. I'd rather not have anyone scolding us for burning the midnight oil.
I'm hearing Twilight over Thanwin too. His little theme song. Thank you, Nobu Uematsu. It probably wasn't even made with that intention, but because you meet Thancred and Ul'dah, if you start there, thank God I included that in this marathon, then that's why it makes sense. You got a long list, man. We're gonna see this like 3 more times at least. Or, if I counted right. Who was I adding? Oh, I was thinking of Urianger, that's why. That's why I thought we still had 4 left. We need 3 then. Forgot Urianger's not here. Still left? I don't know how many dudes just picked her just for the sake of, like, thinking it might be possible, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta...
You're still awake. Good. Might I trouble you to stand still for a moment? Nothing appears out of the ordinary.
Freya was possessed again or something?
A precautionary measure. You will recall that serving as a vessel for abundant light in the First very nearly ended poorly.
That too, yeah.
In your recent battle on the moon, you were almost certainly exposed to similar, if not greater, forces. Fortunately, from what I can see, you and your ether are none the worse for wear. Would that Reen were here to confirm my assessment. To think you actually found yourself in a direct confrontation with Zodiac.
Very unexpected,
As
yes.
if Xenos gallivanting about in your body was not misfortune enough. Did you so grossly offend every single deity in a past life that they saw fit to place a curse upon your soul? Forgive me. That was in poor taste. I recall vividly how battered and broken it was in the depths of Amarant. Would that you could have seen it with your own eyes. Mayhap then you would understand why the greater part of me is glad you did not. It was a horror beyond description. Promise me you will be careful, that you will seek my counsel if you feel unwell.
Of course, yeah.
That puts my heart at ease, if only a touch. I suspect it will grow colder as the night wears on, so do be sure to stay warm. Sleep well. May the shadows keep you.
Cute, Noah. She stuck to that mantra, huh? She brought that back with her from, the Night's Blessed. Wait a minute. Runar! I like that she still managed to fit in a tiny wisecrack there. Leon was like, what? Bill, it was that bad, huh? My soul was that badly destroyed until Ardbert helped my ass out. Let's see what this sim has to say. You gonna be more just as cool and calm and collected as Alexei about it, or is he gonna be like, no, of course not. Nope, he's already a nervous wreck.
Oh, apologies. I didn't mean to. If you could spare a moment before bed.
Look at his eyes! How can I say no?
Thank you. I fear this may be the last quiet night we have to talk for quite some time. I am troubled of late. Unwarranted concerns, perhaps. I hope. Nevertheless, I feel compelled to share them with you. Though you have bested your enemies thus far, Xenos and even Zodiac, your victories have come at a considerable cost to yourself. No one is without their limits, and you are no exception. I worry the added weight of the final days will prove more than you can bear. It is surely too much for any one man. But you needn't bear it alone. Let me share your burden. My, carrying capacity pales in comparison to yours, but I could still help. Shoulder the occasional satchel from your ever-growing mountain of, baggage.
Yes, I understand what the metaphors.
You have already done so much to help relieve me of mine own encumbrances. 'Tis only fair that I repay you in kind. Of course, it needn't be only troubles we share. Moments of
Some
joy may
booze,
seem
yes.
few and far between now, but there will come a time when we look back fondly on this journey. The inquiry at the Forum, our march through the snows of Garlemald, our impromptu dinner in this very room. All
That
of
was my favorite part so far.
And that is to say nothing of the journeys yet to come, to the ends of the world and beyond. But tomorrow will be no less busy than today, and I've kept you from your rest long enough. Sleep well, my friend.
I just realized why they made why we can't teleport to the Razat Hanis, right? What happened on the map in the cutscene that came after this, I just realized why. I think we're going back to Thavner soon. And it's not gonna be the way I remember it. Last one. Mr. Edgelord Boyastinian and fellow Dragoons. Can't forget he's been there since the start of my journey too, since I started this game as a Dragoon, so... Oh shit! Look at him!
You're alone. Good. The twins thought now would be a wonderful time to pay a visit to my chambers. Rather than listen to them bicker over tonight's snacks and tomorrow's plans, I seized the first opportunity to make my escape.
I like that.
To their credit, they decided against intruding on your peace and quiet.
So they ambushed him the way they ambushed me the other night.
Can all be a bit exhausting at times, can't it? I wasn't sure what to make of you at first. During the Dragon Song War, how quick you were to take up a cause not your own. But I came to see that is simply the way of you and yours. I will not pretend to understand this talk of ancient primals and the final days. But I trust in your judgment and choose to believe in your cause. You and Alphino have my lance, now and always. You'll need it. Rack and ruin looming on the horizon. Calamity bearing down upon us. There's no place I'd rather be than here. Standing shoulder to shoulder with friends on the front line. So do not hesitate to send me against your enemies. I'll make them rue the day they met me.
Count on
Now,
you, buddy.
if you'll excuse me, I could do with a little air. If Alphino asks, I was never here.
He actually came in. You know, I said a lot of dudes picked Yestola for. I think a lot of women probably picked him for.
Until the moment.
They probably got, you know, as soon as they opened the door and saw him dressed like that, I think it was an instant panty drop for a lot of chicks. I want to bet that it was. takes his exit. He didn't even go back down the hall like everybody else. He goes like Batman. He's like, fuck it, I'm leaving through your window. Yeah, I guarantee it. 90% of dudes picked Yestola, 90% of women picked Justinian. And both of them, as soon as they saw them, just... Other thing I wanted to comment though. I like that Justinian's casual outfit. Very, by coincidence, very closely resembles the outfit I chose for Dragoon. It's literally this shirt. We just have different pants and shoes. And then I later added the glove for Reaper. But since they share armor, it's showing on Dragoon as well. I think I like the glove for Reaper, but for the glove, yeah, the glove I liked it for Reaper, but not so much for Dragoon. But yeah, I was like, oh look, we're Dragoon bros. We have similar sense of style. I haven't actually, have I seen this yet? What's this do? Oh shit! Knocked over everything here. Look at this. The wide fucking range. There we go. Anyway. Well, that's it. That's all the scenes. Yeah. And as soon as Justinian walked into the room with his intentions unclear. Yeah, anyway. Let's get the hell out of here. I can't wait to see certain streamers and YouTubers' first playthrough of this, just to see how much I might have nailed it for some people. And I'm not even talking about the streamers and YouTubers themselves. I mean, just looking at the chat. I'll get my answer about how much I know this community. Or at least have a general sense of it. Alright, Tatara, what's going on? Sky's aflame. That's very Monka Shake right there. Tatara's furrowing her brow in consternation. It's gotta end sometime. Oh, Leon! I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we've received another call for assistance. This one comes from Ratatan. The others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. Milady? I heard all about the final days from Kyle, but I had no idea we'd feel the impact of it this soon. I don't think any of us did. What the hell are the role quests, by the way? Don't answer that, but still. I just realized, didn't they say there were role quests for Endwalker and you should follow along with them with the main story? We're halfway through. I haven't seen shit of that. It just hit me. I was like, what the fuck are the role quests? Ah, there you are. Yes. It's us. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Ratatan. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Maybe that's where we were going first when I saw the map. Gods, are the final days already upon us? It took no time at all. It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Ratatan are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go at once. They need our help. Right. Agreed. Kyle, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You're in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. He's like, damn, he's right. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. You're safe out there, yes? Let us make first for Yedlamad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. I think we can teleport instantly. I don't think the boat's gonna go there anytime soon. I'm glad for Kyle's support. I'll also call upon Hori Boulder and the others to assist us. They will be our eyes and ears in the field as they have been many times before. That's right. When they're not busy doing something else with Aner or whatever, you know. No similar creatures have been sighted here in Charlian. That said, the early signs may manifest in other regions ere long. We must be prepared for every eventuality. With the fall of the tower in Thavner, the Hanish were beginning to enjoy a semblance of peace. And now this. Yep. We do not wield the creation magics that the ancients did, yet still these abominations appear. Whatever could be the cause? Yeah, now it's a really big mystery, actually, yeah. Something else is making them appear. And this time we're sundered. So, we're a lot less prepared to face this than before. Our unsundered ancestors. I would rather accompany you to Thavner, but Raha's concerns are well-founded. The last thing I would want is to be a burden. And so I will remain here with the Taru and do all I can to gather knowledge that might serve us in the battle to come. Godspeed in your journey, Leon. In ancient times, the phenomenon was first observed in places where the celestial currents had grown weakest. It seemed there is a stagnancy of ether in the skies above Razatan, unbeknownst even to Vitra. Or maybe that's why he stayed there. But who knows? If this calamity has indeed come to Thavner, it is all too likely that Corvos across the strait finds itself in a similar predicament. Even now, it remains an imperial province, and as such, it may be some time until we can ascertain the situation there. We can only hope that Kryle and Tatar will be able to provide us with some insight sooner rather than later. If the might of Vitra is not enough to hold these fiends at bay, Razatan is in dire straits indeed. We must go at once. Kinda scared for what we're gonna see when we get there.
And lo, vile beasts did rise. Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. Three dooms to unmake all we were.
Like hell on earth, literally.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzatan themselves transformed into these baleful fiends. Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature,
the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The Large One's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vitra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude. Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlimat. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Back on all this, obviously. Damn. People themselves being turned into monsters, I mean... So, those people didn't even live to see this, they just immediately turned into it. Like, you're just not lucky enough, you don't even get to be saved. You become one of the monsters. Usually the most dangerous foe in a worm's domain is the worms themselves. If I were Vitra, I would be offended as I am horrified. I shall survey the environs closely as we go about our search. There may be some clue as to how we can combat this phenomenon. It's true that the people themselves have transformed into beasts, why, even the Radiant Host could suffer the same fate. Or us, perish the thought. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, holy shit, dude. Innocent souls, twisted and reformed into unholy abominations. Thought I had seen the last of such nightmares with the Sin Eaters. We must act quickly, Leon. Every moment we tarry means another soul may be lost in this nightmare. Don't worry, no matter how grim things might get, I won't lose heart. I'm ready whenever you need me. So the beasts are not born of creation magic spread amok, but are rather the altered forms of the people themselves. In that sense, this manifestation of the final days differs from that which we witnessed in Amarok. And for the worse, I dare say. If any man, woman, or child could become a beast at any moment, there is no telling whence the threat might come. We must exercise extreme caution. Right. Alright. Let's get on with it. I'm actually standing where I'm supposed to. Everyone has assembled, yes? I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. Yes, we got the Avengers here, we're ready for Infinity War, let's go. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find the dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Where's the Paladin? Vitra and the Radiant host have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them, and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Right on, dude. Oh shit! Already another dungeon! Wow, this one was a lot closer to, what's it called? To the previous ones. I pray we are not too late to spare the settlements within Banaspati the fate that has befallen our city. Once we meet with Vitra and the Radiant Host, they should be able to tell us more of the present situation. Right. Okay. They say the same thing as before, so let's get on with it. Now we're at the halfway point. The skies over Thavner are aflame, and panic spreads through the populace like wildfire. One by one, civilians are twisted into grotesque fiends, hell-bent on slaughtering everything in sight. The deadliest of these creatures leads its newly spawned kin through the jungle, toward the number of smaller settlements, and as such, I-1 has dispatched his Radiant host to forestall the carnage. Though Vitra too lends his strength to the cause, even that may prove insufficient, and thus do the Scions enter the fray. This must be the California dungeon people were making fun of during the live letter. I'm gonna guess it is. I think it doesn't look like that. But actually, you know what? Yeah, this actually is a familiar sight for me in real life. Being in California myself. No meteors falling from the sky, but yeah. The jokes hold some truth. It did look like this. Exactly like this, without the meteors though. For like 2 or 3 months straight. Let's see. It's the last time I took Urianger, Sola, and Estinian. I think this time I'll give Estola a break and bring in Graha.
I stand ever ready.
And I'll take Estinian.
Right then. Right then.
Because he's the bro. I'll bring Alfino this time. Let's go with this. Whew. Well, let's get on with it. It is the California dungeon. Scarily accurate. I remember seeing YouTube videos of people escaping from mountain homes in California, and it looked just like this, like exactly like this. Without the demons, thank God. What is that even? The jams! God, save us! No time to waste. All hope is lost! Oh, what the hell? He just turned into them!
My friends, heed me. These are children of Stathnir. Forgive me. I could do them
fine, dude. Oops, should have saved that.
If this is the only way,
Lead the way, Dragon Gosetsu.
I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
A sound plan. Agreed. We head north. Not yet. Oh fuck, I forgot to save that. The Booba enemy is down. Deadly tentacles.
You underestimate me.
Tell him, Stinian. Tell him. The weather. Up in the top right corner. Apocalypse. What a lovely forecast. Apocalypse. It's too late. Too late for us all. You alright, dude? All we can offer is a swift death. Oh yes. The good boss music for this expansion. Hey! Monster design looks very similar. Where have I seen it before? They had to make it that much harder, huh? Nice philosophical questions it's asking here. What is right? How the fuck did I get out of that in time? I swear I was fucked. What is left?
This will hurt.
Allow me.
Get him, Elfie. Or, actually, that was Grotto. Piece of shit. Alright, we're good. You shall suffer no more. Again, that is the best boss music so far. Ah, not the one that plays at the end. What did I miss?
What is this vile presence I sense?
Shit.
The horde draweth near, beyond your guard.
Didn't get a chance to kill him, they just transformed. We have to get away from here. What's wrong? Mother? Get them to safety. Be on your guard. We're here to help. You must remain calm. Damn it. No, no, no. Make it stop. Mother, Oh, shit. Them too. What the? This is what we must do. Right. That's the wrong fucking button. Whatever, at least I stun kicked his ass. If any yet live, we must save them. Yeah, you said it, Alfie.
You underestimate me!
Although every time I turn this off, we go into a quest battle where I have to turn it on again because I'm not playing as myself, but fuck it. Each beast more terrible than the last. Yeah, you remember Hades' words, don't you? Another banger incoming. Well, same one basically, but... Oops, too soon. Meaningless destruction.
You cannot stop us!
What the hell? Why am I okay? I ain't getting knocked back. Oh, that's what they were for. Cool.
Allow me.
You underestimate me!
kick him in the nuts for good measure. Fuck it. Forward, Alcino says. Yeah, I was about to say, let's go. So far the first dungeon has been the worst one, dude. The Magus Sisters were, even individually, were a little bit harder than all these other dudes. I could just because I'm more familiar with the class now, though. I was a complete noob paladin back then, and now I've actually practiced off-screen rotations and everything. The air above is thick with fiends. Let Reacher worry about the skies. Oh my god. That's what he meant, yeah. Jesus Christ. Again, feels way too real living in California. Wish I was kidding about that. That statue. See if we can get him a little closer. There we go. Much better. Oh, Jesus. It's a flying one. Blasphemy. Barbanu. Barbanu. There we go. How kind of him to make us a little bridge though, right? The horror of Amarot. Yeah, but it's got wings now. Alright, here we go.
This will hurt. You underestimate me.
Oh, too soon. Shit, good work. I wasn't standing close enough to the fucking center. I got knocked out of bounds. Actually.
You underestimate me.
Cannot stop us.
Tell him, boys. Get his ass. Piece of shit. Oh shit! The Giga Chads! That was good. I like that. Like that. See, that song's not bad, I just like the other one better. This must be the blasphemy they spoke of. The horrors of Amrot born within. That was it? That was the worst of them, or at least I hope it was. I see no trace of the person it once was. Nor do any of us. Anything? Oh, there it is. The horrors of Amrot born anew. There we go. It's hard to read it all quickly enough when Beatrice is close, still fighting in the skies above. Gotcha. Alright. Get the hell out of here. Oh my god. I forgot to open the damn chest coffer. Damn. Well, we probably got better gear now anyway. From the dungeon, I don't know.
As I feared.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhaps so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Gods be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
Not by any means known to me. Or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
Worse than death? No potential reincarnation or anything.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe. You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Razatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
What madness is this, I-One? Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos. Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone. I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Razatan will not survive.
Take me with you. I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here. The last thing you ever wanted, a link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you loathe.
You bastard! You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
Gonna see the trailer moment soon.
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
My screen just flickered. I hope my computer's not about the blue screen or some shit. Not now. Not like this. We'll see. I think we're okay for now. All life must end in death, yet death, in turn, gives birth to new life. Such is the flow of ether. To think that natural cycle can simply be cut off. The very thought makes me shudder. Yeah. Literal permadeath. After so long and so many sacrifices, we finally found a way to cure the tempered. But these poor souls, they vanished without a trace. Is there truly no saving them? While Estinian and Vitra defend Razatan from above, we on the ground must find the means to prevent these transformations. And soon. The stillness in the air puts me ill at ease. We must be wary. Worry not. I can see our ether and that of our companions. We have not suffered the fates of those unfortunate souls. Yeah, but you stole them. You're constantly draining your own life away using your eyesight that way. I think you're putting yourself at risk more than any of us. Something they brought up back in Heaven's Word? Latoya said it, right? Our Radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know those beasts were once my own people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Yeah? What else can we do? I want to see what the full outfit looks like first. Let's see. Oh wow! Oh, I thought it was a visor. Alright. Neat. Where the hell are we? Okay. Alright folks, it's time for me to take another break. So, let's see. 30. Yeah, I'll be back in about 15 minutes. This music is very fitting right now.